part?
Honestly, this girl's the best, man. I love hanging out with her. I think she's really, really special, you know? Someone I could spend a lot of time with, get to know.
How's it been so far doing this movie? Because it is a very serious movie.
It's a lot different than anything I've done before. But that's what makes it so exciting. I remember I read the script, and it's one of those things that you just kind of have a connection with the material. And it's a story about brothers, and I've got a little brother myself. So, you know, I just couldn't help it. I fell in love with it right away.
Early on, it's so heavy. The tale begins with a young man narrowly surviving a car crash that kills his brother.
Yeah.
And then the bond between that you say you're going to stay with your brother forever.
Yeah. Well, it's really, I think it's about their connection. And the power that you know, between brothers. So it's pretty exciting. There's a lot. It's kind of deep at the beginning, and it gets a bit heavy, but you know, at the end, it's pretty much a love story. So it is very exciting.
How's it been working with Amanda? Because she was very funny. She was talking about the love scene was kind of your first, both of your first, like, serious time doing something like that. And she was like, it was a little scary at first, but then she felt so comfortable because of you and the director and everyone.
It was interesting. It wasn't a typical kind of romantic scene. We had a pretty different. There were different circumstances. We were in the middle of the forest, so it was pretty weird. She did great. I mean, she was such a natural. You couldn't tell she was nervous. She doesn't really get nervous. She just says she's nervous, but she pulls through in the end. So I think it turned out great.
But one thing she said is that you would come off set, and there would be these girls standing there all day long, and she said she couldn't believe it. You're worn out, and you stand there and you take a picture, and you talk to everyone.
You know, as much as you want to get home at the end of the day, you come off set after a long day at work, sailing, baseball, whatever it is. You just look out there and you see their faces, and you can't help it, man. You have to go out. I don't have a choice at the end of the day. I just do it. If they're there, I try and go say hi to the girls, because I don't know. It's all worth it in the end. As soon as I leave, as soon as you're done, it was all worth it. Every minute.
Hey, remember me telling you that I kissed Johnny York?
Yeah.
Well, I lied.
Don't worry about it, man. Okay? You're not missing much.
Is it true that you turned down Footloose because you wanted to do something like this?
There's so many factors going to it. It was not an easy decision. I can't say it was entirely because of this. But, yeah, there were other opportunities, and there are other opportunities that just seem like could potentially be more challenging, different, more unexpected, and surprising. For myself, honestly, as much as it's for everybody else and for the fans. I like to keep it interesting for myself and push the limits. And after going that direction for a long time with High School Musical, this seemed like the more interesting choice.
I'm sure you've heard the comparisons now, and people say that you are like this new age Brad Pitt, you know, the guy who has the acting chops and the looks and stuff like that. And what do you make of those comparisons?
Until I've achieved something at all close to that, you know, maybe in a couple of years, if I can keep this going, then I might deserve to be called that. But until then, I think I'm just Zac.